All right, welcome back to the Kevin and Sean show. The show where once a week, Sean and I sit down and talk about things that you guys want to talk about. This week, we're talking about video games. Sean, man, how's it going?
What's up? This is the 13th episode. You know what they say about 13?
What do they
It's an
say about
unlucky number.
13?
It's unlucky. It's a
Unlucky?
lucky number. So I don't know if this is cursing our episode today, but I hope not. I think we got a pretty solid show lined up, ready to go. But yeah, we're talking about video games. I had an interesting idea. Both of us are pretty avid gamers, right? We've been gaming for a while here.
Filthy casuals, but we like to do it.
Yeah. Can you think of like your first gaming memory from like as a kid? Like the first time you picked up that controller and you're like, I'm going to be a little G-boy, little gamer boy.
Well, okay, so that's an interesting question though. Is it like first gaming memory like ever? Or is it like the first console gaming memory?
I guess just like, I don't know. Like, because when I think of like my experience gaming, if I were to like,
what would you say your first one is?
Okay, let me go first then. So the reason I think about this is like people who make it big, they always talk about like their origins, right? Like, you know, I remember playing GoldenEye on the N64, whatever. And I don't have that for me because I'm obviously a little too young for that. I did play it. That was my first memory. The memory that sticks into my mind was when I was like 5 years old and the original Xbox came out. Like the big bulky controller. What do they call them? The Duke or something? The Duke controller.
I didn't have
big old fat
Xbox
controllers.
then.
So I was always an Xbox kid. So I got one for Christmas. I very vividly remember this. And we got Halo, like the first Halo, and it was like super hype. And like my memory is like me and my dad playing split screen campaign of Halo when I was 5 years old. And you know, it's kind of a bold game to play. It's 5. You know, you're shooting aliens and everybody's bleeding all over the place and stuff like that. There's like this beach mission. This is also a funny one. But there's like all these like aliens and you like shoot them all up and then like afterwards you're trying to figure out where to go. I used to like beat all the aliens up after I killed them because I thought it was cool because they had like blue looking blood.
Oh yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
Yeah, it was like my favorite mission, and you would kill all those little grunts on the beach.
Isn't that what'd they call that though? There was like a name for it. Because they recurred those like little guys, they come back every time.
Yeah, the little grunts. Aren't they called grunts?
Yeah, maybe it's that. It was like the one you were like trapped in like the room with all those guys, all those little guys.
Oh, the Flood.
The Flood. That's what I was thinking of. Yeah.
Yeah, the Flood with the big guys that like blow up and they release all those little mosquito-looking motherfuckers. That used to scare me though.
Yeah,
that used to be terrifying.
So that's what I was gonna say. So like my first gaming memory. So like we didn't like have games growing up. My dad didn't want us to have them. So eventually, like I don't know. I talked to my buddies, had like a Game Boy Color, and he had Pokemon with it. And so like that was my first ever game experience, I guess. It was Pokemon. Other than my dad had a Battlestar, not Battlestar. It's like a Galactica handheld. You like held it on both sides, like 2-player. And you played Galactica, it's like from the 80s.
Oh, Galaga?
Yeah.
Yeah, Galaga's great.
And it would go back and forth, and you would play it against somebody else, and you would like try to beat them. So that was like really like the first gaming things I had were like that big, bulky Galactica handheld thing, and then the Game Boy Color. But like console gaming, so like my cousins had a PlayStation 2, and they were a little bit older than us, and they would play GTA. And I remember like being at their house, whatever, and they would be like doing GTA stuff, like with run around chainsaws, like cutting people up and stuff. And it would freak me out. I hated it. I thought it was so scary. I would like hide in the stairwell, like not watch them play it because I thought it was like just out of this world, crazy.
What GTA was it?
It was probably like, it was PlayStation 2, so you have like GTA 3, Vice City, and San Andreas. I think there are the 3 on those ones. So it was one of those 3. Probably, I don't know, we had Vice City growing up and San Andreas. So I think we got our PlayStation 2 from them eventually. So.
Oh, gotcha.
So it's either one of those 2. We played a lot of San Andreas once I got into like middle school. And then obviously GTA 4 when it came out on the 360. So, yeah, I mean, that was probably my first console gaming experience. Other than like We had the Sea-Doo game for that PlayStation 2 as well. This
Oh
this is
yeah.
crazy. MX versus ATV we also played a lot of. That was fun.
Mm-hmm.
That was like racing games that like didn't really make much sense, but I was always the older brother, so I got to play as long as I wanted.
You got to be P1.
Yep, yep. Which always
See,
pissed
I
Kyle
always
off.
preferred P2 because when you played split screen, it was always on the bottom. I don't know why, but the bottom always was like easier for me to look at.
Yeah, I always wanted control because I didn't want the settings to get screwed up. So,
In MX versus ATV.
oh yeah, it mattered, dude. It mattered. It mattered.
Gas and brake. That's really all you got.
That game was so fun, dude. That what was another one we played all the time. We played Star Wars Battlefront 2 a lot because we had that growing up.
Great game.
We had these. We had a friends of a family, the Trudell family. They had a bunch of Xboxes. They would link up, and we'd all play Halo together. They had like 3 or 4 Xboxes, so we'd all like sit in different rooms and play Halo together. That was a lot of fun.
Well, you
But
remember that birthday party we went to back in like elementary school
which
where we
one?
went to Isaac York's house?
Yeah, that was middle
And
school.
was it middle school?
Yeah, it was middle school.
Halo 2 was middle school?
Well, at that time, like it was like, well,
Because that'd be the original Xbox, and it came out when I was 5.
maybe I don't know. There was a few. I mean, there was a lot of Halo parties growing up though. Like,
See, I only went to one.
okay, I hosted a bunch at my house. We beat Halo 1 and 2 in the same night at one of my birthday parties one year.
Yeah, I just vividly remember going over there because I had like an not an aftermarket controller, but like my own controller, and it was like the smaller version. It wasn't so fat, and I put a what was it? Was it a Darth Vader sticker on the back of it?
Nice.
I don't know. That's kind of a thing I do. But I went over there, and like nobody else like knew like how to play Halo, and I was like, that's all I did was play Halo. So I went over there and just ran shit, and everybody was all pissed off.
Yeah.
See, even when I was young, I was still like dominating the leaderboards. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Right.
Just like in watch this segue. Just like in Apex Legends Season 5. Did
Oh wow. Yeah.
you like that?
That was okay.
But anyway, Season 5 dropped on Tuesday. That was I thought I threw it to you, but I guess you want to throw it right back.
Yeah, I wanted to sit there in a little bit of awkward silence for a little bit. Hope you
gotta
enjoyed
love the
that,
awkward
Jake Keller.
silencers.
Anyway, yeah,
Shouts
Apex
to Keller.
Season 5 came out on Tuesday. So Sean and I were all over that. Downloaded it, got the new stuff. Sean, man,
You want to talk about Loba?
what's your favorite part of the Season 5 update?
How thick Loba is. No, I'm kidding. No, I really like Season 5. I think the new Legend's fun. I think she brings a cool little aspect to it.
Yeah, she gives it some character, which I like.
Yeah, and her abilities are cool. I don't think she's like overpowered, but I think she's like a good. She could be a good main for me, maybe like a third. Because I
Yeah.
usually main Wraith because I'm a little sweat. But
Yeah,
no, I mean
yeah.
I like how they redid King's Canyon. I think I love how they brought it back full time
Mm-hmm.
for at least the next 2 weeks. I think, and then they're gonna switch it up.
Something like that.
But like I like the lighting on it. I like new additions to it, like all the new like little power up stations and different little buildings and POIs and Skulltown is destroyed and oh my god and like I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Seems like it's all balanced now. There's not like at least that I haven't found like the hot drop anymore.
No,
I feel like it's pretty spread out. I don't know where like the sweaties go.
people would go to the hot zone now because they have to. Like Skulltown's not there, so they're going to the hot zone. And it's fun. I mean, it gives a variety of where you're dropping because that's always different. And yeah, I mean, I like it a lot. So I think Loba for me, like she's not there as a must-have on a team, like on a squad. She's up there though. Like I don't know. To me, she's like better than Revenant. Like she's better than old Mirage maybe. Like I don't know. Like
She's there's how many 11 legends now?
11,
Like 12?
9,
Is it 11?
9?
No, there's more than there was
13.
9 at
13.
launch.
There's 13.
There's 13.
Yep.
I definitely think she's top 5.
Really?
I would probably say so.
Why?
Just I don't know. I think she's got a good like mixed role
Mm-hmm.
of like she's like she can be aggressive, like her little like bracelet thing you can like throw out of trouble as well. You can get like different unique like advantage points that only like Pathfinder used to be able to get to
Mm-hmm.
like quickly. And then her little like shopping thing that she
Yeah.
throws on her ultimate. I think that's really cool.
I think that's probably the best part about her.
because it's like
What's her
having
passive?
lifelines like or not drone thing in the care package thing, but you're
Hmm.
guaranteed what you like. If you need something, you can just get it.
Yeah.
And her passive that she can see like rare loot. It's not really good for everybody else.
Yeah. So that's what I was gonna say.
It
Yeah.
can be, but
Yeah.
like if you get a prowler and you want to select fire, I can try to find one
Hmm.
quicker than you'd be able to find one.
No, I appreciate it. I definitely like agree. I think she just falls heavy in the middle pack. Like middle like we have a someone playing aggressive, someone's gonna be the medic. I do think Lifeline still is up there for, in my opinion. I'm a big
She's
Lifeline
top tier.
because having a medic on your team is really important. I think to having a well round out squad. But I think Loba and Lifeline is where it gets a little crowded. It's like, okay, like we're looted up enough. Every time you and I both play like Loba and Lifeline, where it's like we got everything we need. But I mean, it's
Yeah.
also a good thing too. It's not necessarily a bad thing.
No, I'd rather be more prepared than underprepared because I think Lifeline is a top tier. I mean, she might be top two.
Yeah,
Probably depends on like your play style, to be honest. But
I know.
I don't know. I just think she's a good change of pace. She's a good like hybrid character.
Well, it's nice because like the last few legends that they released, like I don't
Kind of been
play.
whack.
Yeah, I play Octane and I like Octane, but again, he doesn't serve the team very well. He's
No,
just
he's
an
very like
aggressive character.
solo guy. He's a very solo character.
And then, you got Watson, which is really good defense. Like that shield upgrade thing is really nice when you're like in the final battle. But like
She's boring. She's boring to play with. I
boring.
can't play with her.
And you got Crypto. Crypto's fine. I don't know. I mean,
I don't know. That's the thing though. They released like
defensive.
Octane, yeah, was like what, season 2?
Yep.
Season 1 when he dropped.
Yeah, it was
when
the first season thing.
Yeah, it was very early on, but he was good. And then they released 2 defensive, almost like slower play legends at like a time, or well, in consecutive seasons, and that was kind of lame to me.
Yep.
Like Watson's a good character. I just have no intention of playing like that.
Nope.
It's really hard to like fight a Watson that's locked down somewhere with like one of those pylon things. It's hard. You can't get her out.
No, you're like you can't even throw stuff in there, which is ridiculous.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like
Yeah.
you can't throw stuff to get her like weak. You can't like walk through the doors because they're all fenced off.
And their shields are always recharging, which is annoying.
Right.
Yeah.
So like it's a
So
hard fight,
it's a
especially if they have
good
ring. If they have
character.
ring.
It's a good character. It's just I don't know, like
I just get bored doing that, man.
it's not.
It's
To me,
very cheesy.
It's not a necessity still. Like I would rather have care packages and have everyone have gold, purple gold shields with Lifeline or even now Loba, than have someone campy. Like that's. It's just I don't know.
Yeah, but I mean,
But then you get
definitely
Revenant
powerful.
in there, and he's cool. I don't know. I just don't think he's a good main. I don't know.
I don't know how to use him correctly. I think he is good. I think because they buffed him since, but Crypto's ass.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think he's got really a place other than being like really annoying. He's like a worse Bloodhound.
He's a worse
That's
Bloodhound.
That's really all I get out of it. I really like playing Bloodhound recently.
I like it when you play Bloodhound a lot.
It's nice. I feel almost naked not playing Bloodhound because it's like where'd that guy go? I can't see. So I think Bloodhound's top tier. But Revenant's interesting because I think there's just more of a skill gap with Revenant, and I think that's like when you drop that stupid totem thing and you like get like a second life.
Yeah.
I think that's only valuable if your whole team does it.
Yeah. Yeah. When
I
he
think
throws
that's
his
the only
little
time
thing though, dude, I get boned by that a lot.
Yeah, I mean it's good. It's strong. Now they added like it hits more and it like lasts longer, and then you get 2 of them now.
Yeah. When I'm
So you can, like,
Lifeline,
block-
it
You
doesn't.
can like block doorways. It's essentially like having 2 thermites.
Yeah. Yeah. When I'm Lifeline, it doesn't matter too much. But if I'm another character, like if you're Mirage and you get hit by that Revenant thing, you're naked.
I mean, hell, or Wraith, you can't escape.
Yeah. Yep.
And it like slows you to stuns you too. Like, so he's a strong character. It's just very niche.
Yeah.
But like, that's where I feel like Loba is not. Like Loba's very well rounded.
Loba is a well-rounded character. I'll give her that. That's where I think she falls middle of the pack though, because she does not so specialize.
But I would,
specialize.
yeah.
But-
I don't know if she's necessarily top tier. Like, there's only 13, so like the tiers are kind of weird.
If you were to pick a squad, like who are your 3 people you're picking? Like Loba is a hard maybe for me.
No, but it's a
I'm
good
not
chance.
upset.
I'd rather play Loba than Gibraltar because Gibraltar can die.
Yeah.
I hate Gibraltar.
This is
It's
kind of
big
fun.
on
I would
me.
probably want a Bloodhound, a Lifeline, and like a Wraith or Ah,
Yeah, I mean that's a sweaty. That's always pretty. It's a sweaty squad.
maybe I don't even know. Maybe sometimes I really do like Bangalore though. Like instead of
No,
Wraith,
Bangalore and Wraith are kind of like the same.
interchangeable, but like someone attack, someone offensive.
Hmm.
But I think global would be like another like is like number 5, like you said, I guess.
Yeah.
So maybe Pathfinder before the buff. I mean before the
Oh, they nerfed my boy so hard.
yeah. Because I would
It's
probably
nothing.
put Pathfinder still above Loba.
But season 5 Mirage though might be top tier.
Yeah, yeah.
It's hard. I mean, every squad we face almost has a Mirage.
I like Mirage. He's a good
It's
dude.
it's really hard to go against a Mirage right now
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
because he's very strong. I
Oh,
just don't know how to use him. I'm trying to relearn how to use him.
yeah. I really like the update. The map is all the things I didn't like about World's Edge are now gone, which is nice.
Yeah, but I do like how it's not just Kings Canyon with like a crater in it. They could have
Yeah.
very easily have done that.
Yep.
Something like Fortnite would do or something stupid. But no, I'm pumped. I'm pumped to keep playing it. Pumped
Yeah.
to keep grinding some ranked.
Yeah. I hope you guys liked the Instagram post of that dub the other day. We're gonna start putting some more compilations together probably. You might even see a
Have you learned how to
stream.
record?
Yeah. I'm learning. I feel like an old man. Learning
Yeah,
the
not
old
as old as you might think, man.
the young dog's tricks, right? So
You can't teach an old dog new tricks.
yeah, I'm an old dog and I'm learning the young dog's tricks.
All right. Moving on.
Okay.
You got any last things to say about Apex Legends Season 5?
I mean, I enjoy it a lot. That's about all I gotta say about it.
That's some top tier like insight right there. I enjoy it.
Yeah, well, okay. So the thing is I love this game, and I've said that since day one of this podcast. Apex Legends is probably my favorite multiplayer game in a long while. And I know Warzone's out there. I know it's dominating the market, and I get it, and I respect it. But to me, Apex hits that niche, and I fit in that niche. Like I am not as good at the COD games as other people are, and the sweats that play that game, and the culture around that game is different. Like it's fine, it's fun. I like that game too, but Apex is just more for me. It's more my speed, and everything that I don't main Pathfinder, so everything else in the update was great for me. So
Yeah, I mean, I like playing Mirage.
I like Mirage.
Like,
I do like Mirage a lot.
so I'm trying to wiggle my way into playing more Mirage to get better with him.
Mm-hmm.
Because he's very, very hard to kill right now. It's very hard to fight against him.
Yeah. So I'm trying to get really good at Apex. I really want to get Diamond this season. I really in the rank leagues. It's a bold thing to do, but I'm
Is
working
that
pretty
above
hard.
gold or is that above platinum?
Oh, well, I want to go to the one above gold is what I want to do.
Yeah, I can't remember which one it is. I think it's platinum.
I would like to go Diamond though. I mean, it'd be cool.
But here's the thing, though, man. Like we're both what, silver 1, silver 2 right now.
I think I'm silver too,
I think we're both like right around the same right now.
and it's not even out for a week.
We've only played like what, 3 of these days,
Mm-hmm.
like Tuesday, Wednesday, and like yesterday a little bit.
Yeah.
And like not even ranked the full time. Like I think we could easily get platinum or diamond or whatever is right after gold.
Mm-hmm.
So I just think we got to play. I mean, the season's what, 3 months long.
Yeah,
I think we got plenty of time.
I want
Still
it.
love to get a third though. If you want to play Apex but you don't want to play by yourself,
Let us know. We're looking
let
for
us
third.
know. We're looking. Maybe we can play. Maybe we can do that. Maybe we can do like a fan game sesh.
Yeah, but they're probably better than us.
Oh yeah, I don't care. I'd like to get more dubs. It'd be nice.
Yeah, yeah.
Instead of you missing your mastiff shots.
I don't miss those anymore, man. I'm dead money with them. Dead money. But
Dead
it's
money.
fun. It's fun. All right. In
Anyway.
lieu of video game topics, guys, say we want to bring you our top 3 PlayStation exclusive games. What we think the top 3 games are. A few weeks ago, we did a Star Wars ranking list, top 5. So we kind of want to do that same format of like, I'll say my number 3. Sean will say his. If his is higher, then we'll go up. You guys would get it pretty easily. So, if you guys have any stipulations or want to scream at us about it, definitely do that on the Instagram. I'm Jake Keller. I'm probably gonna talk to you because Sean's gonna piss you off probably. So,
What the hell am I gonna piss you off for?
oh, I got something coming up.
Oh God.
So,
If you have any hidden gems that we're missing completely on this list that you think could slide in to our top 3, please let me know.
we could definitely use them because I need more games to play. So,
Even though you really want to get good at Apex.
I'm
You've been just sweating Apex
I'm
all
gonna
day.
sweat Apex so hard this season. So, okay, all right. Without further ado,
You want me to start?
I'll start. I'll
You can
start.
start. Hey, I'm making the executive decision here. You're gonna start.
I don't think that's how that worked at all. My number
All right, go
three.
ahead.
My number
Go ahead.
three.
You can go first.
My number three, is Uncharted 4. Naughty Dog.
Great game.
We just reviewed it a few weeks ago on the podcast. Just played it a few weeks ago. Man, so this game for me was like the introduction to what PlayStation exclusive games can do, in my opinion. Like
Yeah, because you played this before you played
God of War.
another game. Yeah.
Yeah. Or really any of those other like Last of Us or any of those other games. This was my first like PlayStation. Everyone like before I was at PlayStation, everyone was like, dude, like you gotta play this game. And dude, like it's a great game. Like it's the story. It's storytelling the way I like storytelling. So like my list is gonna be mainly based off storytelling because that's what I like. That's what I like. So this game executes the story in a way that I've never even experienced before, and it was super entertaining. I was talking about it all the time. I loved this game. The character development, crazy. I want to play the other 3 games now. Like, I don't know. I just love
Oh,
this
did you
one.
end up downloading the Nathan Drake collection?
Yeah, I did.
Oh, good.
Yeah,
Oof. Oof.
it's a lot of game,
Yeah.
but to me, it's not even about the game. It's about the story, and this is one of the best stories I've ever played in a video game. Let alone the PlayStation exclusive realm, because I haven't touched that many of them. So I don't know. Big fan of it. Sean, what's your number 3?
My number 3. Before I tell you my number 3, I want to give 2 shout outs to other games. This might piss Jake Keller off 100%. So Jake Keller, buckle up. Bloodborne sucks.
Whoa.
I'm not giving it an honorable mention. Bloodborne sucks.
Wow.
That's going to piss you off, and I guarantee it. So let's get some flames coming at me. I don't know. I can't play it, man. I don't know. I know it's like get good, right? That's like the from software like game like mission statement is to get good. But man, like I just don't get it, man. Like it's so goddamn frustrating. Have you ever played the Souls games?
Me?
Yeah.
Like Dark Souls?
Yeah, Dark Souls.
Love those games.
So you got to play Bloodborne. I don't know. I can't get into Bloodborne. I appreciate it. Like I like the aesthetic. It's a lot. It's very different. But man, I played it like one day, and I think I was actually on like the chat. I was in a party with Keller, and he was like trying to walk me through it.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, all these jump scares were getting me, and he was just cracking up.
Yeah,
I don't know. I need to revisit it, but I do not like it. So that's not on my list.
So
something else that almost should be on my list, and this is my fault that it's not, is Horizon Zero Dawn.
Yeah.
I've heard nothing but like rave reviews about this game, how like special it is and how great it is, and it's an absolute masterpiece. There's a rumored second one coming out for the PlayStation 5, which I'm amped for, but that means I actually have to beat
play
the first one.
Yeah, it's next on my list, honestly. Like it's literally sitting in my library, and I need to play it.
Yeah. But maybe a game you should put on your list ahead of that is my number 3 PS4 exclusive, and that is, this might be a cop-out. This might be, you might get me on a technicality here, but it's The Last of Us Remastered.
Yeah.
Technically, it's a PlayStation 4 game, but technically it was also a PlayStation 3 game. So
it was so good they made it twice.
Slaughter me in the comments if you want. But man, this was like, I think this is the first single-player game I beat. I played this before I played God of War. I think I played this before Spider-Man. This was like pre-Spider-Man, God of War era. Like,
it was.
I don't know. I
it
love
was
this
when you
game.
first got your PlayStation. It was like the second game you played after the show, which also should be an honorable mention on this because the show is still great.
That's true. We should give a shout out to the show because that game is. That's how you make a sports game, in my opinion.
Oh yeah,
it's like a perfect blend. Like the career mode, Road to the Show. Oh my god,
still great.
There's no reason that's not in every game.
No. I would say NBA 2K20 is a close second though.
It is close, but I think you're more immersed because you're like grinding towards something.
Mm-hmm.
Because like you get drafted right away in 2K, and then you're just kind of waiting to play more.
Yeah.
That's not as rewarding as like climbing from like single A to double A to triple A to the pros.
Well, that's also part of just like the nature of the NBA, you know.
I agree.
But they could put college stuff in there, which they might be able to now, by the way.
Or like G League or something.
Yeah, but G League doesn't like scout. It's not the same thing.
Yeah.
It's small. Anyway, Last of Us.
Great game. Oh, we both have Naughty Dog games on our.
That's what I was gonna say. Yeah, yeah.
Whoa, crazy.
Naughty Dog love.
But oh man, The Last of Us is so good. Like that was an intense game play for me. Like playthrough. Jeez, I can't fucking talk today.
Why was
I loved like every second of that game. Like it was just, I don't know. Like you talk about storytelling with Uncharted, and like we've talked about Last of Us before with Keller. Man, this is like a Keller episode, even though he's not here.
I know.
Anyway, but this game is great. Like it's clunky. It is a remaster, but the game looks pretty solid. Like it's nothing groundbreaking. It's not the new Unreal Engine by any standards.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just good, man. Like you talk about like solid storytelling and like good acting, and like the combat was like challenging. It's totally different than Uncharted. This game's about like
sneaking around.
Kind of, but you're also like, saving your resources, and you're not just going in guns blazing on these zombies. Like you can't kill certain zombies with certain guns, and I don't know. It's super interesting, and it kind of kept me puckered a little bit.
Yeah.
Going through some of these dark hallways with these like zombies, these little clackers or clickers, whatever they call them.
Yeah, I don't like that.
Oof.
Don't like that.
Man, that stuff, I can still hear those things clacking.
Don't like that.
But no, great game. I think you should, you know what? This is a double-sided right here. I think you should stream The Last of Us.
Why?
Because I think it would be funny to watch you play that game like in the dark by yourself.
Oh God. Yeah.
Because like there's some jump stuff in there. I mean, it's not a horror game by any means, but it is kind of creepy,
I don't like creepy. Makes my skin crawl. I already got eczema. I already got skin problems, man. I can't have skin crawling every time,
Maybe it'll cure your eczema. Maybe you don't know.
Great.
That would be a headline. Video games cure eczema.
Yeah.
That'd be nuts.
It's a great game. I want to play the game. I know. It's not as high on my list as like Horizon is though. And then other stuff that I have going on in life, like wanting to be the best person in the world at Apex. So I'm just kidding. I have no desire to be that. But like, I don't know. It's just.
How many hours of videos did you watch on Apex the other day? How to be a better lifeline.
Not that many. Only like 5. But
only like 5 from 5 different channels. But anyway.
Yep. I wanted the different opinions.
But Last of Us Remastered is my number 3 favorite exclusive on PS4.
Nice.
Kevy, what's your number 2?
So Sean and I have a very similar 1 and 2, but they're different for a reason. My number 2 is Spider-Man.
Oof. Why is it not number 1?
Well, okay. So what I want to say is I like this game a lot. It's one of my favorite games of all time. As far as games being games, it's probably my favorite game to just game. If that makes any sense.
I'm pretty lost.
So what basically what I'm trying to say is you want to just go swing around, go through New York City, play around, punch bad guys, spin web, put cool suits on, punch, pow, bam, kick. It's a great game. I love the game for that. And the playability is definitely really they spread it out as much as they could.
It's paced very well.
It's paced well. The story's pretty good, but it's not my favorite executed story. I like the story a lot in that game. The story in that game is still better than like Uncharted, honestly. And I know it's Jay Keller. I'm sorry. I know. It's not the same. But Spider-Man is a great story, and it adds a lot to the Spider-Man universe, I guess. But they just don't hit the strides as much as my number 1.
So I guess what's your number 1? Like I already don't know.
My number 1's God of War.
Yeah,
And it's
I mean, you can't go
because
wrong. Honestly, I'm giving you shit, but you honestly can put these two, like you can flip them. Like you can ask me next
Mhm.
week, and I'll say the opposite. Like both these games are just must plays for anybody who has a PlayStation. Like if you haven't played either of these games yet, like you're doing something wrong.
and you have an Xbox, throw it in the dumpster and go buy yourself a PlayStation.
Buy an actual console.
I'm just kidding. I like Xbox. Shout out to all my Xbox friends. But this Spider-Man game was probably the reason why I bought my PlayStation. And 2 years later, I still boot up Spider-Man every now and then, and I still fly around the city, and I still punch bad guys. But the one thing I probably won't do is replay the story. But still a
So
great game.
I really want to. I really want to sit down and replay that because I did plat it recently, like as of like 6 months ago. Recently,
Okay, like last summer, but yeah,
was it last summer?
it was a while ago now, man. Like you keep saying, like,
Jesus.
yeah, I just played that game. It's like, dude, that was like a year ago.
I don't know. Time has no meaning anymore. But I really want to go back and replay it. And
So
this is a
what's
really
your one and
stupid.
two though?
So my number 2 is God of War. My number 1 is Spider Man.
Okay, there we go. So why is Spider-Man so good to you?
I don't know, man. I'm biased. I'm a pretty big Spider Man guy,
Well, yeah, so am I.
and I put a lot of weight. But I'm a big, like I said last week. I used to wash myself with a Spider Man washcloth. Okay,
Okay, that's
that's
just
a level of
weird.
dedication that like is just unmatched. Like I went to Spider Man for Halloween like twice, and like I wore my mask around the house.
I only had like one costume growing up, and it was Spider-Man. I wore it from like first grade to fifth grade. It was ridiculous.
I thought you went as a Pillsbury Doughboy in kindergarten.
That was no, that was like I was like 2 years old. I was like not even. I couldn't even like. My
That
brother didn't
picture's
watch it.
the ad for this episode.
Yeah,
Um,
but dude, like
I don't know, man.
I love
I
Spider-Man.
loved that game. Like that. Like I love God of War. I really, really do. And it's like I have nothing bad to say about God of War.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's not. I'm not saying that like Spider Man is better than God of War, but like what you said earlier, the replayability is just so much higher. And
Yeah,
I'm not saying that's like giving it the edge, but it would be hard for me to go back and play God of War because of like what it took.
yeah,
I mean, you beat it in like 3 days, but
yeah. So I guess my reason why God of War is number one is the story was executed better, in my opinion. And I know nothing about the God of War franchise, and I know almost everything about Spider-Man. And so like when like Doc Ock comes up, it's like, oh man, whoa, like it's cool, it's hype, it.
spoilers.
But the game's been out for 2 years. Like that stuff gets you excited, and but the Sinister Six, all that stuff, like it's good. But God of War, for someone who knew nothing about anything, I was hooked. I was in it. I was like sweating, like the part where he gets his double bladed things, wrist throwing things.
Yeah, I forget what it's called. Blades of Fury or something.
I don't care. They're sick, and I don't care what they mean. It's
That
deep.
scene was nuts, dude.
It's deep. It's deep, and I like it. The whole son thing with the mother. I mean, the whole story is just out of this world. And I know nothing about it. I know nothing about any of it other than the context clues on the clay plots in the freaking dungeons of some person that I don't know. Like, that's the thing, man. I knew nothing, and I loved this game. But to your same point, the replayability. Like, I don't think I could replay that game ever. Where Spider-Man probably could. So it's like the same thing here. Like I could probably put Spider-Man 2, Spider-Man 1, it's kind of flipped back and forth. But owning a PlayStation for those two games has been probably the most rewarding thing. I think people can agree
It's
on
almost
that.
definitely worth it just to even buy a PlayStation just to play those two games.
Yeah.
And get a PlayStation 4 for it because they look incredible in 4K.
Mm-hmm.
Which is part of the reason I want to replay Spider-Man, by the way. Because I played that on my old shitty TV
Yeah.
in 720, and it looked really bad. So I don't know, but that's kind of it. That's the top 3.
Well, yeah. I mean, is there anything else you want to say about either one of the games?
I don't know. We've talked about God of War a lot, but I mean, to go back on Spider-Man, I don't know. That's like one of my favorite Spider-Man stories, though.
Yeah.
Like I love the movies, and and they're all
Oh,
good for their own reasons.
remember when? Oh, that's such
God.
a big spoiler that I can't say that. I'm not gonna
Allude
say it.
to it.
I'm like, someone dies.
Yes.
That was crazy.
I cried like a baby. Not really.
That's
No.
crazy.
But I
So
was
that
like,
see, and thinking about that stuff like makes me want to put it number one. It's I don't know, flip flop them every day of the week. So
that's the thing, man. They're both like, if I picked Spider-Man 51% of the time and God of War 49% of the time at my number one, like that's what it is. Like it's winning by a slim margin.
I will
Like the only
say,
thing I don't like about Spider-Man is the boss fights.
I was gonna say combat. Combat feels better in God of War.
To an extent, it's a different combat though. I think like Spider-Man fighting like a group of people. I think you fight it. It feels like Spider-Man. If that makes any sense. It's kind of a dumb thing to say.
No, you're right.
But like when you're upgrading your suit and your like abilities and different stuff you can do, like you're taking on all these things, you feel like Spider-Man.
You're only
Like,
doing
you
things
feel
that
like
Spider-Man
Spider-Man
would do.
fight like that.
Yeah, you're only doing the stuff that Spider-Man would do. But it's so repetitive. It's the same, like mashing square in just different techniques, I guess.
Yeah, that's where you like get like creative with it. Like I used to like use only this web ability or only do this, and like that's. I don't think the combat is repetitive. I think the combat scenarios get repetitive.
That's fair. That's fair.
Because it's like, okay, go stop this crime. Go
Stop this other
like
crime.
clear this base. And they literally had like those I don't know, what were they, compounds or something? Where you had to like stop like 5 waves of guys, and it's just like 50 guys run at you, and you got to beat them all up.
Yep.
But I don't know, like that's all like end game stuff. That's not
The story.
like the playthrough, the campaign playthrough, unreal. The second the teases for the second game, unreal. Like, I'm still counting down the days till that game comes out and gets announced.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Great, guys. All right. That is it. That is the top 3 PlayStation games that we have for PlayStation 4, Kevin Sean Show style. Other PlayStation news, by the way.
Before we move on, I want to say this. I want to say, let us know your top 3 PlayStation games, even though they're probably like the same as everybody else. But if you have an Xbox, give us your top 3 exclusives.
Fable 3 from Xbox 360.
That doesn't count. This generation.
Halo Master Chief Collection.
Yeah, that game's a shit show, dude.
Everything is like 7 years old. But I don't want
the best Xbox exclusive came out in like 2005. It was like Halo 2 or whatever year that came out.
Yeah.
It's like, what have you done for me? They don't have like I can't name one exclusive of Xbox. I'm not trying to just shit on Xbox. Like if you like Xbox, go for it. But like
Xbox is about the community, man. It's about the community. It's about the culture around it. That's all I got. I like Xbox. I don't want to mess on them. I really don't. We got a lot of friends who play Xbox.
I agree.
But you got a beef. I want to hear this beef. What's your beef?
I don't have a beef. I'm just saying, like, if you, I don't know. The reason we bought PlayStations in the first place is because you can buy an Xbox. So I think we got like a fat check from work, and we're like, let's go do something stupid with it. And we're like, should we buy an Xbox One X or a PlayStation 4?
Yep.
So we spent quality work time researching this.
Yes.
And we landed on a PlayStation very quickly. Because why play 60% of games on an Xbox when you could play 85% of the games on PlayStation?
Yeah. But how many of those games have we actually played? 5.
Most of them? I wouldn't say most of them, but all the good ones.
I would say the best. The highlight reel.
Like, if I had an Xbox for the past like 2 years or however long I've had it, and I didn't play Spider-Man, I didn't play Last of Us or God of War or Uncharted or Bloodborne, even though I hate it, like, I'd be upset.
Well, you would just be playing Modern Warfare, and
I'd be playing COD. I'd be playing Apex. That's all I'd be playing, and that's it, because that's all they have. Like, I just don't know. Like, what's an exclusive? Like, what's an exclusive like first party?
I mean, you got like Forza. I think Forza is definitely better than Gran Torino or whatever it's called.
Gran Turismo. Yeah.
I don't like those games. Those Gran Turismo games are booty flakes.
Yeah, I mean, but Gears of War.
It's not a bad franchise though. I mean,
but I'm not missing Gears of War.
what's that
like,
one?
Like
Well,
a first party story game that they have.
the thing is about Xbox, and I think this is the bigger concept here, is that they had better exclusives at one point. They really, I mean, other than maybe Uncharted, they had Fable, they had Halo, they had Forza, which was better, and a few other games. At one point, they dominated, but then they didn't evolve like a PlayStation did. When PlayStation 4 came out, they re-released like Last of Us and stuff like that. Like that's where PlayStation has done a better job of going to the next generation. And then they take companies like Naughty Dog. Okay, you make a good product. Let's expand you. Let's give more money to you. Like, I don't know, the developers in PlayStation just get it. And they're also in it for a different reason, right? Like Xbox is about the community. They make a big push in their PR about that. Like PlayStation doesn't give a fuck. They don't care about the community. Okay, they care about the community, but they don't care that you're playing on PlayStation when you're playing COD. They just don't.
Even though PlayStation gets things earlier than other consoles.
Yeah,
other places.
But PlayStation's market's crowded more because they have other players playing different games. Because there's so many good games.
That's the thing. It's not a bad problem. All their problems are good problems.
It's not a bad problem. I'm not saying like Xbox. I get it. It's probably for this is the more, I don't want to say casual. It's just for the person who wants to play multiplayer games.
Yeah, I mean, and that's the thing. Like the reason I always had an Xbox is because like I never had a PlayStation 3, didn't have a PS2, didn't have a PS1. I was always an Xbox guy growing up. It's because I didn't like the PlayStation controller.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
It's a stupid reason.
That's ridiculous.
It's a very dumb reason. But I never I was a kid, didn't have like a job. I didn't have like the money to make decisions. All I know is I wanted to keep playing Halo.
Yeah.
And then like Halo 4 came out and I was like, okay, this is dog shit.
I had my Halo 4.
It was okay. It was that one or 5 that was bad.
5 is the one people give a lot of crap to. I don't mind all of them. I don't discredit the Halo series still. I like that a lot.
Yeah, I mean the new one looks promising, I guess.
Yeah.
10 seconds we've seen of it.
Big fan of Halo Reach though. That was fun.
See, I was never a Reach guy. I never played Reach. Or was it ODST I didn't play?
ODST was like 3 plus, like for the iPhones. You know, it's like, oh, you're the plus version of it. It's the same phone, just different name.
I guess. But I don't know. Like in a perfect world, you'd have both.
Well, the fact that there's differences is really annoying. I really like how Call of Duty has crossplay. I think it needs to be more of a thing.
That's genius.
It needs to be more of a thing through more games. I wish developers would just do both party. Like I don't know. I think that would, a lot of the animosity, it would be just like, okay, what's the best hardware? What's the best service? You know, because there was things about like Xbox Gold that I like. I think PlayStation maybe has been more forgiving, but only because they have more PlayStation exclusive titles to give out. But like, I don't know, like Xbox, I was able to call someone there at least and help, like get help. PlayStation, it's like you're on your own. I don't know.
Yeah, but you don't have any issues because it's a perfect product.
I don't know. I've had purchasing issues and stuff like that before. So
yeah, but I mean that's just. I mean, I don't know. I feel like Xbox Live also goes down a lot more than PS4 Plus.
Maybe.
But I don't know.
Apples and oranges, man. They're both the same thing.
Yeah, I mean, they're really the same thing. Like, you can buy an Xbox controller for your PlayStation with like a scuff. So, I don't know.
Yep.
I don't know. I don't know why I said any of that. I don't know why we just went on this whole tangent, but fuck it.
Yeah.
Trying to defend your little green boys over there. Your little Microsoft kids.
I like it still, man. I have nothing bad to say about it. So.
I want you to say one bad thing.
The new one looks like a refrigerator. What do you want me to say?
Looks like a damn Alexa.
We know more about it than we do the PlayStation 5.
You know, it's funny. I saw this thing. I don't know where it was from. And I think it might have been a tweet or report or something. They're like,
one second. The new PlayStation 5 controller looks ridiculous, by the way.
It looks better than the same controller that Xbox has had for
I
the past three generations.
I would rather have the same controller. The DualShock 4 has nothing wrong with it. There's no reason to change it. They've been doing DualShock controllers for 20 years, if not longer.
It's still a dual series. Now it's a
Oh,
dual sense.
whatever. I don't care. It doesn't look like it. It probably doesn't feel like it.
I think the only reason you're saying that is because they put the stupid black and white color scheme on it and it looks fucking
That
weird.
looks ridiculous too.
I don't
Hate
they're
white
not going to
controllers.
launch with that. They're
What?
not going to launch with a white and black.
They
I
can't.
can't imagine.
They can't. But I don't know, dude. I mean, PlayStation is a company. Sony, like I like Sony, a big Sony fan, but like they're really bad about like telling us what's going on. So those are play
Well, I think
days coming up soon, and hopefully we'll get some more information then. But
yeah,
like,
well the guy said the report that I read said like they're like why haven't you released more?
mm-hmm.
Kind of. And he said like nobody's going to like give a shit really like in 6 months when we get the sales reports because we're going to outsell Xbox anyway.
Maybe.
But that's the report anyway that like the PlayStation doesn't have like this as many teraflops or whatever the hell the Xbox has.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's a statistically like less powerful machine.
Yeah.
So they're not like going to advertise that they have less power than the Xbox. That's probably just going to hurt them.
Yeah.
I just want to see what the damn thing looks like. That's all I really care about.
That's all most people care about is does it fit in my home entertainment system?
You know what doesn't? Another Alexa. Moving on.
All right, so the Unreal Engine 5 test came out for PlayStation 5 a few days ago. Sean and I both took a look at it, and it's sick. It's insane. Next gen consoles are gonna be sweet. I don't know how much you looked into it. I didn't look that much into it. I mean, I just watched the footage, and just like my honest opinion is just like, other than the people probably always look like they're animated people. The textures and like the I don't even want to call it
The lighting and the shading and the color accuracy
what
and
is
like the fluidity of
all
everything.
the scenery is what looks so real, like very real. Like I thought it was a picture in a video game, kind of real.
It's photo real. Well, I mean, it's even crazy because it like Battlefront 1,
Mm-hmm.
like EA's Battlefront 1, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
That game is stunning.
Yep.
Battlefront 2 is stunning.
Yep.
With the little frostbite engine thing, whatever they got going on. And this looks like way better than that,
Yeah.
which is insane. It's like I don't know how you get better than like actual high resolution pictures of like landscapes
Mm-hmm.
dropped into a game you can get, but like it looks killer, dude. So all I've watched of it is like a Twitter clip.
Mm-hmm.
So like I didn't watch it in like 4K. I didn't watch it on like a big screen. I
Oh,
literally
I
watched
did.
it on my phone
I watched mine on my
with
TV.
with Twitter compression,
Yeah.
and it still looks stunning.
Yeah. Well, what's crazy about there was a stat that I was talking about. There was over a few billion triangles produced to make this like one clip, and it's like whoa. Like he's like there's more. Like you will not have enough pixels on your TV to project everything that's going to be like data there.
It's
And
crazy.
that's good. I mean that's what I mean when TV switched to digital, right? That was crazy time we lived through, right? And we're gonna get a digital converter. It was the opposite problem. Like stations, TV, all these different gaming devices had to up res to 720 and full HD. Everything looked crappy like for a long time. The triangles were massive. Like San Andreas is classic for this. The triangles in that game are ridiculous. But the
Or
triangles,
Tomb Raider, like the original Tomb Raider.
oh my god, you could see physical triangles on those
Yep.
on those things.
Her chest is 2 triangles.
Yeah. But like this is like crazy how small and microscopic these triangles are.
It's really unreal. It's breathtaking to see like how technology is transformed in 20 years.
Yeah. It's awesome.
It's insane.
It's super
Like
cool.
imagine like 20 years from now or 10 years from now. I know everything's like advancing at like an accelerated rate right now anyway.
Yeah.
I mean, we've had smartphones for what, the better part of 10-ish, 15-ish years.
Mm-hmm.
And like look how far we've come from that.
Seriously,
Like,
dude.
stuff's nuts, dude. We're gonna like reach peak. People already think we're at peak smartphone.
I don't know about that.
Like other than making it like faster and like longer battery, like what else can you really do as far as like design goes?
I mean, I think
Have like a grizzle pad like Parks and Rec?
no,
Shit's floating.
I don't know. The smartphone thing for me is just I don't think they're going to stop innovating for at least another 10, 20 years on that.
Yeah, no, I agree. I mean, I don't think Peak technology, maybe like hardware. No, I don't know. I don't. It's weird. It's. I mean, I'm not in the loop enough. I'm not
Nope.
MKBHD over here.
Nope.
But like they're folding screens now, and like they're not
That's gonna
optimized. But
flop. That's not gonna stick.
I don't think it's gonna stick either. I think it'll stick more for like not cell phones.
What I want to see, here's my pitch. Apple, you better be listening. Smartphone, right? This side. You get your screen, it's there. Flip it over, another screen. That's what I want. That's what I want. I want 2 screens, both sides. I'm sick. You know how many times a day? Okay, so you know, I've tapped awake on your iPhone.
Why would you need another screen?
Phone's facing, face down on the table. I double tap the back of my phone like a dumbass all the time. If I had 2 screens, it'd be there. I know what time it is. I don't need like a full display where I'm like texting on the back side of it, but like maybe some time, maybe how many notifications you got going on, maybe like stock market ticker or like sports score updates.
You know where that came from? Your idea's been done before, by the way.
On
Maybe
the
not in a
back side of the
smartphone,
phone? Back side of the phone.
but it's been done on flip phones for generations.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. They had it right. They had it right. Want it.
But back when those were out, people also wore watches and
Yeah.
sundials and stuff.
Well, I mean, watches now cost $500 for something that's going to go out of date in 2 years. So
A Rolex? Rolex isn't going to go out of.
I'm talking about the Apple Watch, homie. Jesus.
Are you talking about an Apple Watch?
I don't
I'm
know,
saying
man.
the little gummy Spider-Man watches you can get at Kohl's for like $15. Like I used to wear one.
Maybe I should start rocking one of those again. Go
You
to my
should, I
suit.
feel like you'd be like a goofy watch guy. That could be like your shtick.
I don't.
Like, oh, look at Kev. He's got the cool watch. Like, people are like sock guys or like tie guys.
I
Like,
don't.
What if you pulled in the office, right? Maybe it's a decent looking like watch, right?
I'm
Maybe
listening.
it's like
I'm listening.
you're listening, and you show up and it's got like a funny face on it or something, Or you walk in and you got like an orange watch on.
I don't like things. I don't like having clothing. I hate it. I hate picking out outfits. I hate style. I hate all of it. My thing is not having things. Okay? Okay?
Hold on before hold that thought. You know what that just made me think of? In How I Met Your Mother when they're talking about the unisex child party
Yeah.
and it's just in a sack. I don't know why my mind just went there immediately, but that's funny. Anyway, keep going.
My thing's not
You don't
having
like
things.
things. Why don't you like things?
Well, it clutters up my life, man. So my thing is big fan of minimalist stuff. I'm not like a hippie minimalist, I don't live in like a trailer. It'd be kind of cool, I think. I don't know. I just don't like having a lot of clothes. It's my bigger thing. I have a lot of items. I have a lot of like gadgets, like Star Wars stuff. But like when it comes to my apparel, I got like 7 t-shirts, all from the same company. Fresh, clean tees. I'll give you the link. Want it? Got 2 pairs of jeans, 2 pairs of shorts, 2 suits. I only got what I need, man. And that's about it. So I can't be the watch guy if I'm gonna have like one watch. I don't even own a watch.
I'm not saying you're gonna transform into the watch guy because of something that I said. I just said I can see you being like the goofy watch guy.
I'm not that goofy though, man.
No, but maybe your personality isn't as goofy, right? Maybe you're not the joke guy. You're not Mr. Funny, right?
No, I'm sit there and be silent guy.
Sit at work and do work.
Hey, see the wallpaper over there? Yep. Blend right in. And you won't even miss me.
Jesus.
All right. On that note, guys, I think that's going to be
kind of a depressing note, man.
Well, okay. So we got a few announcements for the.
You're not invisible, man. I see you. A lot of people see you.
We got a few announcements before the show closes. So those of you who stick around here, here's a little treat for you. Sean, what you got for us first?
What do I have?
Yeah.
Let me tell you exactly what I got. So my neighbor, he makes custom cups. Like I don't know if they're laser engraved or what, right? But it's like a Tervis kind of off-brand Yeti.
Thermos.
No, Tervis.
Tervis.
It's like a brand, a cup. You know what I'm saying? But it's like a travel cup, but it's like an off-brand Yeti. And my dad, for a little early birthday present, which is in a couple weeks, by the way, or is it next week?
It's 2 weeks.
2 weeks, yeah. He
I'm
got me a
prepping for it.
custom engraved, me and Kev, the Kevin and Sean Show cups.
That's sick.
It has like our logo on the one side, and it's like black and silver. It's pretty sick. It's clean, nice
Simple.
clean lines, very simple. And on the back, it has our names on it. But here's the kicker: it's not Times New Roman. It's not Arial font.
Comic Sans MS.
It's not Comic Sans. Thank God it's not Comic Sans. It is the Star Wars font. So this is like everything I love on a cup, right? It's got the Kevin and Sean Show, which is our podcast. It's very popular. We have
dozens of listeners, by the way.
Dozens of listeners weekly.
Tens of listeners.
It's got my name on it, which I'm obviously a big fan of. And it's in Star Wars font. I love Star Wars. You know what goes inside? Shit I love. I can put tea in it. I can put coffee in it. I can put ice water in it. You know what it's going to do? It's going to stay hot or cold, whatever your preference is. It is the greatest thing I've gotten in a long time, and I'm not understating that. Dude. I am amped about this cup. I have been drinking out of this cup with anything for 3 days now, and I'm amped. I am not overstating this. It is great. Shout out to my neighbor. He made them. What do you mean? I don't know. Dad, thank you very much. I really like the cup.
I'm not gonna lie.
I'm not trying to overplay this.
I'm not gonna lie. So when I first saw the cup, I got emotional. I was like, man, Silver Fox, he gets it. He's a thoughtful guy, and he listens every week like a supportive father that I may.
To be fair,
yeah,
he did get a cup about a month ago.
Oh God!
And it was like, I don't know, my dad likes to fish,
yeah.
So he put like a fish on it or fishing pole on it or something. No, a Darth Vader helmet on it. That's right.
Oh, nice.
And he goes, "Would you want one?"
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, "Yeah, I mean they're cool, but I don't know what to put on it." I was like, "Ooh, we can put the Kevin and Sean Show logo on there. That'd be sick." And then I just kind of forgot about it. And then I came over the other day. I had to grab some things. Don't worry, I was social distancing, and he presented me with this cup, and I was very happy.
It's sick, dude. Honestly, like, you know, there's like the thoughtful gift, and this is that. Like, this is like we put a lot of effort in the show, and it's cool to have some kind of reward for it.
We have motherfucking merch, baby.
Yeah.
It's only
like handmade.
This cup is one of one.
American made, you know, backwoods, Jackson, Michigan made. I don't know. It's sick. I like it a lot. And
when we record our 100th episode,
we're going to look back in this time.
We're going to look back on this time and be like, man, you remember that cup? Yes, I do. I'm holding it right now, still drinking out of it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And then a lot of our fans are going to have them because we'll have a shop set up by then.
We could.
Eh?
Whoa, man, that's big picture stuff right there.
Yeah, so moving into the big picture stuff, by the way, guys. So in a few weeks here, we're going to do like a Kevin and Sean show. I don't want to call it like a town hall. But we want to change things up. We're figuring out what works. We're figuring out what doesn't work. And we want to give more stuff to you, the listeners.
We're trying to put out a better product.
We want to put, we don't
understand that the show isn't for everybody.
And we don't want to make dog shit. We don't make dog shit stuff.
I don't like putting out shit content. I don't think what we're doing is putting out shit content.
Mm-hmm.
But like honestly, like the every piece of feedback that I get, no matter if it's just like, hey, love the episode, this part was great, like those are super helpful. I just like hearing like what you guys want us to like talk about or, you know, be about. I don't know. Not that we're going to do like a makeup show. If that's what you want, we're not doing that.
Nope.
But, like within reason.
We might let Charlie do our makeup one time.
Yeah, no.
So that's the thing though. We both like video and YouTube space, you know, like, do you want to see us do skit videos or challenge videos or streaming on Twitch or something like, you know,
something to incorporate the show into other mediums to make this more of a part of our brand, not our full brand is just the podcast.
Yeah, this is definitely like a starting point for us, and we definitely just want to grow it, fill it out some more with different content for you guys and for us to do. Obviously, it's quarantine. Sometimes rolling up, weather's getting nice. We want to do some more stuff. So start thinking about that. Episode 15 will be that discussion for us. of what we could potentially bring to the table, and we'll do like a Instagram, poll thing where we get some feedback from you guys. So start mulling that over in your brain holes. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I like it. So next week is going to be regular scheduled programming, and then the 15th episode, which will be in 2 weeks. So in 2 Sundays from now, which would be the 30th, 31st?
It's the 31st or the 1st. Is there 30 days in May? 31 days in May.
31 days in May.
So 2 days after Sean's birthday.
May 31st, look out for the episode. It might just be titled The Reflection Episode. Or the Kevin and Sean Show 2.0.
We don't know. Because we don't usually think about these things until about an hour before we record.
Yep.
I'm just kidding. But anyway, guys.
I'm not kidding.
Episode 13 in your ear holes.
Right in those holes.
Thanks for hanging out. Definitely let us know what you think in a few weeks here. Sean, man, take it easy, man.
See you guys.